It is an idyllically beautiful day in Eugene, and we have ourselves a Focus here today to do some work too. So this one's got an intermittent starting problem. Sometimes she'll start, sometimes she won't. Responded to hammer test, but it's intermittent enough that it's hard to say exactly, is this starter, is this relay, or is this the problematic key switch known to cause problems in this Ford. Due to the inexpensive cost of parts, let's just say it's going to be fixed when I'm done and put a new starter on it, a new starter relay, and a new ignition switch. And then we ought not have no intermittent starting problems no more unless there's something big and bad wrong. I doubt it. It's the starter itself. But at this mileage, it's time for these other things. Let's just get it done. So, nice looking car. This one's been sitting for a little while. It's a good one. Client may be wanting to sell it when we're done. We shall see. I don't have an answer for that yet. But she'll make somebody a real good ride. It's been dependable, well kept, smells good inside. Neat little car. Let's make it go. It may not be necessary to remove that much stuff to access this, but I've spent the last couple of days hurting my arms real bad, trying to get my arms past things. And today I feel like just disassembling shit to get it out of my way. So throttle body off, that was what, 30 seconds, and sure made it where I can see the bolt head I need to turn from here. So I believe, regardless of what they may tell you, I'll regroup and let you know how it actually goes. But if you're tackling one of them, just get that shit out of your way. If you're afraid of the gasket, it is a rubber seal type. I don't see any reason why I can't just clean that off and reuse it. If you're scared of it, it's a Felpro for a couple of bucks. You can get one, slap it on there. I mean, that's why I'm not scared. If it gives me trouble, I can go grab that and install it in minutes. So this appears to be the more straightforward way to access this. Everybody says go from the ground and push your hands up past a bunch of shit. Let me see if I agree in the end. So far, so good. I didn't have much trouble getting that out of there at all. We'll see about the reinstall. So as it turned out, what you want to do is lift the car like that. You do want plenty of room underneath it, but you're not going to be underneath it long. Just go ahead and get your throttle body off like I did. Unplug everything underneath, and then you can get the bottom nuts off, and then you can get the top nut off from the top. You can lift the starter up to the top to get the wires off, and then you can pull it back down from the bottom. So I'm about to stick this back up through the hole from the bottom to fish up to the top, put the wires back on, and then I'm going to lower it into place in its position in its home. So job's going pretty good so far. This might be the fun part I'm about to encounter, but we'll see. I don't expect too bad. So far, that's been very straightforward. Maybe it's just because I got the hell beat out of me so bad on the Acura over the last 2 days that this didn't feel bad at all. But zip, 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 that's in and out. You know, I did this same starter once before on a Mazda that had a variable intake geometry, and this entire shit was just way worse wrapped around that. Same model of starter. This is just easier to access. I have to plug in a few more wires and such around underneath, but I'll have that done in just a minute. So, old shit out on the ground, new stuff marked. Let's continue the installation and get everything else other than the starter plugged back in, and then we're done under the hood here. Glad I decided to go ahead and do that. Folks, this is almost a tool-free installation. You need a 5.5 millimeter to get the column off, but that just uses plastic clips to snap in and snap out, so that couldn't have been easier. I don't see anything particularly wrong with the switch, and the switch seems to function good. Although it is a little chewed up where the key goes in there. So, new one in marked. We're going to put that bezel back on. As for the relay for the starter, the one I got, for whatever reason, don't look like it's the right one. I located what is the starter relay and did a swap with something. We'll see what happens. But I believe we got this solved. And if it gives me any trouble, I'll go buy a correct relay locally. But that's installed. Let's get it buttoned up, see what we got. All right, what took care of that? She jumps right up like frogs in an electrified dynamite pond when you hit the key now, if the battery has enough charge in it. I had to jump it off, which it's been sitting for a couple of years, so I expect that. Looks like the battery came back up. The proof is in the pudding. It's still a warranted battery. If it's not going to take a charge back, we'll get them another one in it at no charge. But that's that, and that's happy. Pull it to the side. On to the next one.